Hi, Parshuram with qualified.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. How is everyone doing?
Hi, Alia. Abhay this side. I'm good. Thanks
Okay.
for asking.
Yeah. What's up? What is going on? What are your weekend plans before we jump into the session? Maybe we could have just a quick chat on this.
Tomorrow I have a production deployment. It will be 8 hour long session. So full pack from morning 5 a.m.
Oh God. Oh God. Sorry.
uh, I'm just trying to
Hmm?
uh, wrap up things, preparing things for today evening before like tomorrow morning. It will be like
Mm-hmm.
so not happy weekend. Mm.
I think so. Yeah. It's a phase that we all go through. Yeah. All the best for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also, it's 6 p.m. guys. I want some energy here. So we could just wait till like 3 more minutes and then we can start off, right, Vedank?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, people. This is an open ground. If you guys have want to interact with each other, this is the space for you. I hope that you guys have your questions prepared. I want this to be very interactive.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Saurabh.
Hey Alia.
Okay, just 1 more minute to go and then we can start off.
Yeah, sure. So I think we have a mixed experience people here, right? We have professors, we have experienced, right?
Right, right.
Got it, got it.
Yeah. We would be having, a mix of all questions and, sessions. So, yeah.
Right.
Right. Cool. So it's 6:05 already. Let's start. I would be just giving a quick introduction about a speaker for today, which is Saurabh. We have Saurabh Anand. He is a lead member of technical staff at here at TestMu AI. Saurabh is someone who comes with a strong experience in the SDET space, who is working across tools like Playwright, Selenium, and modern testing stacks. Something beyond, just the stack. What really stands is his work in building AI driven testing systems and agents which really solve real world problem at scale. Today he will be sharing practical insights on test strategy, automation, and how AI is shaping the future of SDET. So I'm really excited to have him with us. Over to you, Saurabh. We can start now.
Okay. So, hey everyone. So this is going to be a interactive session between all of us, and we'll consider the fresher as well and experience as well. So we'll start from the basics, then we'll go about the how LLM and agent, how things are evolving in the SDET domain, QA domains, how we can leverage those ones. So let's start. Let me just share my screen. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, so my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just. Okay, so in this session, we are going to uh, use AI as well, and going to utilize the LLM as well. How we can create our agent, what is the skills, and how we can leverage those in our SDET and day-to-day life. How we are working things, how we can integrate agents to our day-to-day work. So this is what we're going to do in this session. And before proceeding to that one, I'll just consider the freshers as well in this session. So we'll move slightly from one to then again for further. Let me just go ahead for the first slide. So whenever the things come, any feature or anything, we always think about the test strategy. Whenever there is a feature or there may be a new product evolving, something new is coming, we always think about the test strategy. What is the best thing? And I have added some steps and I things that I follow personally. So the first one I can consider the brainstorming session. So in this session, what we consider, let's assume, in this session we have a PM, we have a QA, we have a dev as well. We discuss about things, what we are bringing, why we are bringing this one, and what could be the approaches for that one. So this is kind of session we simply ask some of the question to each other, and then we finalize a PRD. So PRD is totally written by PM, in which the PM mentioned what is the acceptance criteria, what kind of tools or what kind of things we are going to use this one. Just give me a minute. A PRD also contains the design. If the product or the feature is related to UI, they do contain Figma design as well. And from the backend side, we have a schema. So I think everyone knows, or maybe some of them don't know about the schema. So schema is just a structure and the response for the API. Let's assume in the schema, what kind of array will be there, what kind of data we are going to use that when, how we are going to evolve things. It can be an array list, it can be a object itself. So those are the things we should consider. After that, we are bringing a feature. We need to consider the impacted area as well. So let's assume if we bring a feature that is working fine, but it's impacted other feature itself. So that kind of thing that we need to consider while doing the testing strategy. Let me just move to the next one. So this is still a debatable topic. Okay, so as we are evolving and community is adopting the Playwright side. So this always be a debatable topic for everyone. What should we choose, either Selenium or Playwright? There are multiple pros and cons for each framework. Like in the Selenium, we have a multi-language support. We have a massive community because in the decades of people are using Selenium itself. It is a great distribution, deep legacy of browser support. But on the other hand, we have a Playwright itself that we can intercept the network, we can intercept the or also mock the API itself, and it is pretty much faster, the Playwright one. So people, what I see currently, people are jumping from Selenium to Playwright just because it is pretty much fast. We don't need to integrate anything else apart from this. So people are just using Playwright with the TypeScript and the other frameworks. Just keep your question, guys. We'll encounter those. Okay. So whenever a things is come, like if I got the product, I need to design a framework from the scratch. So there are multiple model are there, right? So we usually, or I can say that in the community, people followed, or the I can say the standard is the page object model. So people follow that one. In this one, I have given a proper example. Let's assume you have a website that have a login page, that have a dashboard, that have a sign up page. So you can maintain the method in those particular separated classes, and you can also maintain the locator in different classes itself. So if there is any locator you need to change, you don't need to change multiple places. You just need to change on a single place, and it will be for all the classes. And it is obviously easier to onboard new members, and it is reusable, and it is a scalable. That is the one more thing for this one. So I'm moving further. So API and integration testing. So what integration testing? We have a multiple products, how they are interacting with each others, how they are following, like in the with the multiple product, there is an API that's passing some things and receiving some things. So those kind of things we consider in the API testing itself. In the API testing, we test the status codes, schema, auth, error paths, and the tools we can use for in the community side. If I talk about, we have a rest assured, huge community support for the rest assured, and people are also using Axios and Just itself. For the integration testing, we need to verify things from the DB itself, how API is responding, what are their status code, the data is coming is the right or not. So these are the things that involve in the integration testing itself. In the test data management, we use the data, we get the data, and we verify that everything is working or fine. The data, what we are expected is there or not. After that, after the verification, we put some kind of assertion and we tear down that one. Okay, so when we have a feature, we have written the automation. Now you cannot run everything on your local machine. You need at least CI/CD. So for that one, we have a multiple tools. For in this session, we are going to talk about the GitHub Actions, Jenkins. So Jenkins is also an open source tool. Everyone can use that one. For the GitHub Actions, we have multiple things. GitHub provide some kind of workflows as well. We can write our own workflow. We can run our code, automation code, while if there is any dev who merge their PR, we can trigger our workflow using the custom workflows as well, in which we can write our code when we want to execute our workflow. It will be a PR, it will be a push, it will be a schedule, or it can be anything. That is totally in our hand. So currently, if I talk about, people are shifting toward GitHub Actions, but there are numbers of people who are in Jenkins. And the SDET is doing shift left. So what does it mean? The SDET joined, let's assume the developer developed some kind of feature, and SDET joined after that. But that is not a good approach. I already asked about that in the brainstorming session. SDET should join early phases. So it can be in your sprint planning, it can be your brainstorming session. So you can simply ask about, you can tell about your test cases. So those can be fixed on an early stage. So that is one of the things that we should consider while moving ahead. Okay, so I think flaky test and reliability, this is a kind of major concern. People have some kind of experience. They always think or they may get some kind of automation tests are getting failed or unreliable. So what mistake we do use? We majorly use hard weights. So in the hard weights, we can remove the hard weight. We can use the dynamic weights. In the Selenium, we have a different type of weights. It can be explicit weights and fluent weights itself. There are some race condition. We are not properly waiting for them. And there are obviously work locals and sales CI itself. How to prevent that one? As we said, it is wait for selector. So it is a kind of dynamic wait. We don't need to wait 10 second, 20 second, 30 second. If the locator or anything is visible within a 10 second or maybe within a 1 second, why I should wait for the 9 second more, right? So this is kind of thing. Always await. This is kind of in a Playwright itself. We use the await to, I can say that the pause the condition, and until we get the response from the back, we should not move further. So this is kind of things. And if there is a new joinee who onboard our framework, so they encounter debugging particular failure. So this is kind of thing, or maybe the product gets failed. There are some issues has been arised. So in this one, we need to simply follow these 5 steps. We need to run in a loop to reproduce the issue. It is isolated or alone. There might be chance the particular case is facing some kind of load. So for that, a suit is required for that one. We need to get the log and traces. We need to find the cause, root cause, not the symptoms. And after that, we need to add that particular things in our regression itself. Okay, so this is
Saurabh,
kind
sorry
of
to intervene. Maybe we could take some questions up. Guys, if
Yeah.
you have any questions or any doubts, you are more than welcome. You can just shoot that out and Saurabh would be helping you out. Any questions on the floor?
Hi,
I
sir. Okay, Abhay, you can go ahead.
no,
I'll ask something.
I believe let him complete the session, then probably a dedicated Q&A session will be much better. Otherwise, he will
Sure,
his flow
sure.
will
We
be
can do that.
broken.
Yes, Saurabh, please.
Wait, we can do that. That makes sense. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so as an agent, we need to work with the developer, we need to work with the product, we need to work with the DevOps itself. So for the developers, we should not wait until we receive the feature. We should be involved in the review acceptance criteria. We should own the test cases. We should provide the test cases itself on the early stage, so at least dev can test on those one in their dev testing as well. With the product, I said the PRD is play a bigger role here. So we need to check what is mentioned in the PRD, what is the design of a product, what is the acceptance criteria, what are the I can say that the edge cases for the particular feature or maybe the particular product. In the DevOps side, if we have done some kind of testing, now we are ready for the automation. We need our regression suite itself, right? So that needs to be run on the cloud. It can be, as we talk about, it can be our GitHub Actions, it can be our Jenkins itself. So we need to own that part itself. We need to schedule our jobs on the daily basis. Integration can be run on the daily and the smoke can be run on hourly basis. It is up to you or up to us how we want to configure a particular part. So what team expect from us? Obviously, the first thing is the speed. Everyone wants everything needs to be work on the high speed. So I can say that the smoke, as we said, if we deploy something, our smoke should be cover at least all the P0s and should provide the result within a maybe 10 or maybe a 15 minutes. It should not take more than that one, because if anything gets deployed and you run the smoke and it is taking 30 minutes or maybe the 1 hour, so at that blind spot, maybe your product is down, you are not aware about it, right? So you need to wait for your job to complete it. Either you need to do manual intervention. So as an as that we are moving towards the automation, right? So manual, as we should reduce as much as possible the manual intervention itself. We need to tackle the flaky test case detection. We need to use that one in the flaky test. I already told you we can use kind of better locator strategy for this one, and we can remove the hard weight. We can put some kind of dynamic weight itself. The SDET role is primarily in on the testing itself also, but on the owner side, we are the owner of the product. We should we owning the things, whatever the feature or whatever the uh, feature or maybe the product we are shipping. So ownership is the major thing, because as an agent, we are owning the automation, but we are also owning the quality of the product. And that is directly impacted to the customer or the end user, whoever is using that one. So the session is almost done, but in the session, we are going to talk about AI, LLMs as an SDET, what is the future is look like of an SDET, uh, how we can leverage the LLM and AI in our day-to-day work. So before proceeding to that one, uh, we will create our own agent in this session. We will see how we can do that. Okay, so people at least can integrate the agents in their work. I think who have experience and had joined the session, they are using Jira or maybe any other tools for the tracking of the test cases, or for the tracking the tickets, or maybe story or epics, right? So I think we can pick the question, then we'll go ahead with this one.
Uh, Saurabh, so one question. So you talked about around five, six different stages and the problems, like, and where the SDETs needs to sign in. So what are the, you like, can you identify, or if you can explain like the agents usage in those areas, somewhere like result analysis or wherever you find. So if you can list down the use cases where we can use the agentic AI in any of those stages, that will help. We all know there are agents, they are working something, we see it on LinkedIn post, but the exact use case or the useful use cases in SDET life cycle will make more
Mhm.
sense.
Right, agree, totally agree with you. We'll talk about that one in this session. We will create the agent live in front of you, so at least you can integrate in your current work itself. Just taking times. Do anyone have any other questions, or we can just go ahead?
Hi, Saurabh. I also had a question. So I think we talked about Playwright and Selenium. So both are widely used
Right,
for the web-based automation, right? So do we have something
right.
about the mobile automation just for Android and iOS apps also? Because as you can see, towards the future, more and more things are going into mobile. So
Right.
more businesses and more processes are going towards the mobile application so that it is more convenient and more impactful. So do we have something that we can integrate with the mobile apps? Any agentic AI or any processes that you can mention or you can name?
I think for the app automation, we do have a APM driver itself, so we can use that.
Okay, so yeah, APM is used as of now, but like Playwright has its MCP itself for the web-based applications. So, and
Right.
as we also know, Playwright doesn't support the mobile app testing for iOS.
Right.
Do we have something in to replicate those things for mobile also? Any substitute for that, or
Uh,
what is the approach?
I think for now, I haven't aware about if there might be some tools for the real devices itself and the app automation for that one. But I have a strong community on the APM side. For the website, right? You are. But for the, I think, haven't come support for the Playwright side itself for the app. Future will come.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
maybe Playwright support for the app automation itself.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, then I think we should go ahead, right, Anja?
Yes, yes. Do anyone else have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, then I think we should go. Let me just check one more thing. Okay, so what was the name? That one, just give me check. So Abhay asked about the real-time scenario, right? How we can leverage the AI and how we can use the LLM in our day-to-day task. Right, Abhay? This was your question, right?
Yes, correct.
Right. So there are things that we can build. Let's assume for day-to-day task we get a Jira, right? In the Jira we have a things like what is the product, what is the description, what is the summary for that particular feature. Maybe the PRD is attached to it, some kind of documentation is there for the Jira, right? So how we can use that one, at least for the test case creation, we can talk about the automation itself in the later, maybe in a session. Lot of background noise. Okay, let me just check mic. Now,
No, it was few minutes back. Now it is better.
okay, okay. Let me just go ahead with this one.
I think it was from my side. So your voice is clear. So
Okay, okay. So I think we should move ahead. Or let me just start the item. Okay, so is the terminal visible to everyone?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so let me just uh, agent test case validation data folder. Cloud. This one, we get a new folder itself. It is pretty much visible, right, for everyone?
Yes.
Then we need new file.
And what is this prompt? This black screen?
This is just a cursor, nothing much.
What?
We are just opening the terminal itself. We are just creating some folder and a file, so we can use that one.
Okay.
Terminal. I think terminal is visible for everyone, right? Okay, so here we are going to use the Cloud. So just keep your eyes here, guys. 1, 2, and 1. I touch this folder. So we have a okay. So as you can say, see in this one, we have a Cloud. This is a parent directory. In this one, we have a commands, right? In the commands, we have a generate test cases.md. We are not going to write even a single line of code by itself. This is going to be our interactive session, and we are going to purely prompt based things here. Let me just go. Okay, so let me first check the MCP. Don't have that one. So let me just add. Hello. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Okay. So what I'm doing here, guys, I'm just adding a Jira MCP here. So we are going to fetch the details from the Jira itself. It can be a description, it can be a PRD attached to each, whatever the assignee and what are the things. Okay, so let me just start it slash exit slash slash okay. Okay, so Atlassian is connected for now. I think everyone able to see, right? This is the Atlassian one. So this is the JIRA that MCP server has been connected here. We are connected. Uh, there might be chance you get, I can give you the command itself, how you can connect by yourself. So there might be chance it required need authentication. So you just need to click on that need authentication, and I'm just using re-authenticate. So this is kind of permission it's gonna ask to you. Let me just accept it. Okay, so authentication is successful. We need to come here. Now we are done. Okay. So let's take an example. We need to generate the test cases for a particular ticket. Okay. So how we can do this one? Let's take an example. Let me give this example of this ticket. It has somebody, it has some description, it has some assignees, and team is assigned what kind of product. Okay. So let me just first do this one. I want it and it will as the details of JIRA and create test cases around it should work like slash generate test cases. URL. Okay, so this one gonna configure things. It may take 1 minute or maybe less than that. So it's some reading some kind of things here. This is going to be used your day-to-day life, going to make. Okay, so it is saying the command file is empty because we haven't added anything. It is fetching the details from JIRA. Now you can see, now I have everything I need. Let me build the custom command for you. So it is building for us. As you can see, okay, so it has written some kind of thing in this one. Okay, and let me just keep it allow. Okay, so we can give some more thing here. I can say that I want the test cases in C, and I need to add two reviewer. Let's assume senior SDET and product manager who going to review the generated test cases. Then in the last should give me the final test cases in the sheet. Okay, so let's give it a prompt. This is going to save you a lot of work, and I'll also tell you how you can optimize this one in a better way. So it will be useful for at least your own product, right? So it's doing some kind of thing. Till then, if anyone have any question, you can ask. We are just generating or creating an agent. Okay, we are here. Okay, so it is divided the things for us in a phases wise. Phase one, it will fetch and analyze. Phase two, QA engineer generate initial test cases, save initial in CSV. Senior as that going to review those test cases. It's going to do technical depth, security analysis, concurrency data coverage, add and modify, remove test cases. Okay. Then we have a fourth, the product manager review, business logic, user journey, priority alignment, age mapping. So in the last, we will have a final consolidated test cases. Okay. So how we can use this one? Let's use generate test cases, and I'm going to let's use this one. This is it. So it is a fetching Jira tickets, hostname lambda-com, issue key, got it. Now we need to give some kind of permission. Now it's using the MCQ tool that we have integrated. Okay, so it analyzed something and provided us something. So it is giving the ticket number, type, it is a bug, status is in QA, summary is provided to us, assignee, who is the assignee. And as you can see, it is generating some kind of test cases here itself. Just check test cases, same model, different TDID, fold and fold. Session stability after fold and fold. So I think it is generating test cases for real devices. So it's kind of created a folder for us. And you can ask how you can integrate in your framework if you have anything. We going to use that when how you can integrate. So I'll tell you how you can integrate this one to your day-to-day work. So it's a row 20 line initial as CSV saved. Now it's come to the phase 3. I think my screen is visible. Senior SDET review, right? So it's reviewing the test cases, whatever the initial QA has generated. So these are kind of agent that we can make. We have made it the senior SDET. We have made it the product manager. You can create your own agent itself, right? So it's reviewing the test cases. Now phase 4, product manager review. So AI is and LLM is evolving in SDET, and I think it is pretty much interested. And the gap between the dev and SDET is now reducing day by day because we have a AI in our hand. We can use in whatever way we want to. So it's a phase 5 final consolidated test cases. It is also giving us the test steps. I think it's our day-to-day work to generating a test cases, writing a test cases for a particular feature, right? Okay, so it's generated. Let me just open it. Test case final. Final. So just check this one. I haven't written any test cases manually. This is all generated by Agentic AI. We have our reviewer, we have a multiple agents, we have our product manager, we have our senior estate who reviewing the test cases, test case title, we have preconditions, we have a test steps. We can modify this one these itself, right? So this is how we can use this one. And in case if you need how you can automate, we can automate in the agentic way itself. We don't need to write even a single line of code, so we can automate these one itself. So I think let me just come to the, Abhay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see it and I can see the cases getting generated.
All right. So I think this is how you can integrate this in your day-to-day task. If you have any question or anyone have any question, can raise. We'll talk about those.
Saurabh, there is this question from Mugda. She's asking, can these TCs be directly converted into automation scripts or there's still a manual effort involved?
No, no, no. We don't need to do any manual effort here. These can be converted into a automation script. We have, I'm assuming you do have your own automation framework, right? So you just need to teach your agent in such a way that it get all the details from your current framework, the structure, and generated the test cases according to that. You don't need to write even a single line of code. Okay. The Jen is okay. Thumbs up. Yeah.
I had a question.
Yes, Abhishek, go ahead.
Yeah. So the code will be generated using the MCP server, and what the prompt we are giving to it. The test cases are generated into automation, test suite. But how do we integrate those tests inside our framework? Because we have different framework for Selenium. We have the behavioral driven cucumber framework. We have TestNG, and for Playwright also we are having different frameworks. So how will it set inside our code? Because if we are using some design patterns, say page object model, so we have
Mhm.
some test some action methods inside the page object classes, and then test in the some written test in the test packages and files. So how will it go to the right place? And if we have
Okay.
to
So
generate some data, yeah.
right, right. So I got your question, Abhishek, and Rahul also have almost the same question. Which framework does it support? So it has nothing to do with any framework. It can be integrated with any framework. It can be your Selenium framework, Playwright framework, or Cypress framework. It has nothing to do with that. So let's give an example for you. Okay. So what you just need to do here. We have created a command. Uh, let's see, generated test cases, right? We can create one more thing. Let's take an example. We need to say, um, what I can say. Let's assume we are using a playwright. Okay, so let's give it to this agent. It will handle itself. Let me just okay. Now, now I have. Let's take an example of playwright framework in which I need to for test cases of just simply ask. And I can give you the example also. Okay, so let's take an example of this repo. I'm just picking the random repo. Okay, so this is a repo that is using Cypress. Okay, so let me just do the exit here. We have a repo in Selenium itself. We have a repo in Playwright itself. Okay, so let's use. I can also where we were that one here. So let's Cloud commands UD. What I'm doing, I'm bringing the agent to the directory so it can generate the test cases there and convert those test cases into a Cypress script. Okay, so I have got this one. Here we are. Cloud. I have. Okay. So what I have told the agent, I have made an agent in this repo that is generating test cases. Now, as you told, if we have a different framework, we have a Playwright, we have a Selenium, we have a Cypress. So this is the new one, the Cypress one. And I have came across that use these agents in the current one and generate the test cases and generate in such a way so it can be automatable using the Cypress current one. So you can see this is reading the current framework. Cypress support, the JSON, everything. It's going through it. It's exploring Cypress 15 framework. As you can see here is the Cypress 15 itself.
So what about the elements? How will it fetch all the elements that are associated or which are there on the UI, and how the flow works? All those things. Do we need to specify all the things, because the page will have a lot of components on it, and the flow may be different for all those. There may be multiple forms in the
Right,
page, and we want to submit multiple things, multiple combinations. So will it
right.
generate the instances for all of those?
Yes, yes, it will consider all the aspect of the current framework. It will go each and everywhere, each and every file, and after that, it comes with a conclusion for us. And
Okay.
for the as you said, if there are locators and the locator get changed, so we can create our auto heal agent itself. So whenever a script fails, it detect what locator can be changed, and it will give please change this locator to this locator, and it will be green, or it can change by itself, right? So here it comes with a plan for us. It told us it is the payload or not current frame, but doesn't use them. Would like to generate yes. I generate test cases to this or simply copy path this and me how to calculate just to give me the idea. So I have given the test cases set for this, and it's going to give us the idea how it's going to automate the current one. And the agent doesn't have anything related to the framework. They read the current framework, they analyze it, and they write automation script according to that. So I think it's ready. Okay, so we have given the RD test cases, right? So here, what it is given here is my honest assessment of this 28 test cases, reality check. Cypress won't work here, right? Because the test cases are related to real device. If I generated the same in the APM, it will be work for this one, but it is still giving us the idea. And let me give you one more thing. I can tell. We have a repos. Okay, so here we have already written the automated one. Let me just give you the automate how it's working. So I have already written an agent here itself, end-to-end test cases generation, end-to-end automate. So it will give us you the idea how it's working. So this is going to change the SDET life, I think, because it's a pretty much interesting. Because if you are going from distance A to B, now you have given a car, so at least you can drive, or maybe you can reach 10 times faster of a particular thing. Okay, so here it is. See, it is giving us the details. So I would like to give some command to you guys, so at least you can integrate in your current framework. You can directly reach out to me itself by using email ID or anything, or over the LinkedIn. Okay. So it is saying the key behavior locators by Playwright MCP files go in this one, execution this, entry point this. So this is how it is working. Okay. Any other question? Anyone have any doubt?
So there are a few questions.
Yes, Surin sir.
Can you open that message tab? Message tab. It has all the questions, or I can read out to you. So basically, how it get full feature context. So sometime when we are adding only some images, or the text is not having all the detail of the PRD, and may not be all flows are there. So we are giving only about that feature. So maybe there is a prerequisite. Somebody sign in, sign up, come on a specific page, do something else, do the setup, and then come to this position. Somebody may not add which account to use, user ID and password, like which account already has this setup. So how it understand the full feature context, end-to-end flow.
So for this one, we can create our own project.md. In the project.md, let's assume if this is the cases, and if I create here one file, project.md, and I want it, let me just copy path, uh, use it as rules. So in this project.md, we can provide our own set of rules, and while generating the test cases, or maybe the automating the test cases, it consider those one itself.
Okay, so we need to give prerequisite on that side. So like this is login credential, this is a different kind of user, how to create a different user. And then when you want, so this will give some rule, but each test case will have some pre part, which is in the context of a QA previously. And now there is a feature, somebody say, yeah, change this forum, this field. But how to reach to that forum, that is not present in the Jira ticket. How that is considered?
Right. If that is not present, it only work on the data that we have given. There may be chance the data is in the PRD section, or maybe while automating or while giving the instruction to this agent, we can provide the details to that agent that this is how you can use this one. So it will use in that way itself.
Okay. So it all what all thing it read? Does it read Figma also, which is attached? Can it navigate to that particular link which is given, check it, and
Yes,
do
it
it?
can navigate to that particular link. It can navigate to the Jira. It can navigate to the Slack. There are MCPs for that one. We just need to
So
integrate them.
even in Figma, we need to add a MCP also. मतलब Figma
Right.
MCP we needed.
Right. If Figma is providing the MCP, we just need to integrate that one. It will go to the Figma design if that is accessible, or if it is need authentication. So it's gonna ask for you that it is inaccessible, or I need a username or access or anything to access this particular thing. It will be a prompt behavior for us.
Okay. And does it take the context from existingly added test cases? So like, did you implement it that thing? Like it generate test case, it first read in existing and then decide and then do it. So how you are structuring? The structuring is done automatically via this, or no, you are deciding? So
No, no.
like if there are different module,
Right.
so how it will decide that if there is a n number of module, n number of subdirectories and a structure proper, how
Mhm.
it able to go into a specific place, decide like this test case already there, so I will add on only new test cases.
So whatever you are saying, it's kind of rules and regulation while generating a test
Okay.
case, while writing automation, right? So if I talk about the current TestMu AI, we have a TMS, that is a task manager, and that linked the task cases to the Jira. And in the TMS, we have a multiple projects, and the projects donated to the a particular product. Let's say for the RD, for Smart UI, we have a different project, and for the web automation, we have. In the web automation itself, there are multiple folder. Each folder denoted to a particular feature, and each feature can have multiple test cases. So if we are generating a test cases, it read the details from the Jira. In the last phase, when we are come to the TMS integration, it read all the existing test cases. We have written the rules.md for that one. So duplicate test case won't get created. And it only pushes the unique one.
So
For
it
the
will create test case, first create test case, then read the module and then push it. Does it do that way, or it do other way around?
no, so let's assume it created a test case, 20 test cases, right? Then
Okay.
the next phase is come TMS integration. Now we need to push the test cases to our TMS.
Okay.
So it will go to the TMS, hit some get API, get the details, and check if the existing test cases is already there or not. If it is not there, it will create. If it's already there, it won't add there.
Understood. Understood. Okay. And how much coding is needed now from your side? How much coding you are doing in day-to-day activity?
I think from the last 1 month or maybe more than 1 month, I have not written a single line of code.
Okay.
I have created a full framework from scratch.
Okay. One more thing is when it is reading a screenshot and detail from
Hmm.
Jira, how it consider what comes first, what comes second, how the syncing is happening, plus what validations are added. The everything we need a detailed PRD, it is essential, or no, it can understand from a vague statement.
No, no. Detailed PRD is essential for this one because the PRD is itself written by agents, and only humans are reviewing that one. And after that, what was the second question, sir?
So basically, the sequence, which sequence. So of course, you answered the both thing
Oh, line by
that
line.
vague is not needed. It is very much detailed PRD is needed. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Right.
Okay. And one more thing, when you created this agent, you created 4 persona. So these are all 4 different persona you decided. The Claude decided this persona, that how they will behave, or you did something. So when you said review by SDT, review by PM, so this will be agent only, or the person, some manual intervention will be there.
No, no, no manual intervention will be there. So let's
Okay.
say I have initial QA and I have created some test cases. And if there is a QA manager who have a vast knowledge of the product, and there are some test cases who are missed, right? So that agent read or maybe act as a manager or as a lead, and provide us these test cases are missing and this is the unnecessary. So that is kind of things.
Okay, okay, understood. One more thing I'm asking,
Yes.
do you know about any tool or anything which we are doing, so like which can grasp user activity from the website to decide what actually user are doing and create test case based on user history?
Okay. So on the activity basis, there might be some kind of events or maybe kind of particular API for to fetching those events, and we can design the agent in such a way to it hit that particular API, get the details, and write the test cases or automate in that way. We can do that.
Cheek, understood. Understood that. Okay, I think that covered most of the thing.
Yes. Anyone have any question or doubt?
Are there any questions here?
Feel free to ask any question, like what you are facing, any challenges, where you are, what is your experience, do you have any kind of issues, or there is any kind of like, are you able to hit 90% plus stability in automation?
Right.
What is the speed of your automation? Does it achieve 30-80 test cases within a week or not? So what you are achieving, what is missing? So that kind of thing, if you're facing any challenge, you can discuss. Maybe something related that can be discussion here if you want.
Right. So I can also show you the framework that I have created. So this is the end-to-end TestMu AI agentic automation. So I have not written even single line of code of this framework. Everything is written by agent, and it has full context of a particular product. Maybe 2 to 3, or maybe after a month, I'm going to just give the ticket number. It's going to test that particular ticket itself. I don't need to manually check things. Going to test, going to create test cases, going to test, then going to automate that one. Everything going to do that. This is going to a very interesting thing. Okay, I think if anyone.
Saurabh, there were a couple of questions which were asked by the community. I have put down in the chat box. Maybe if these are repetitive, we could just skip this. If there are new, you can just answer the same in very, in a brief format.
Okay, so the first question is how to build a test strategy for chatbot application. So it's depend on multiple factor, right? So this is not a single line of answer for this particular question. There might be what kind of stack you are using. Are you using any AI agents in that one? It is a generative question, or maybe the answer, how things are evolving in that one. So this is not a straightforward. We just need to first know the structure or the architecture, how this particular chatbot application is working, right? So I have just created I can say that the agent that's going to give us the answer for this one. So let's do agentic way. Okay. Let's testing answer. So this is kind of a skills.md that I have created. It's going to give you the answer of your question. Okay, so this is giving us the answer, whatever the question you have asked. So what it understand the chatbot architecture first. As I said, we need to understand the architecture, what architecture we are following. Then there are multiple things involving here. It is also giving us some kind of a script itself. It's generating for that one to test that one. Okay, so we are getting some more questions here. Let me just come to here. Future of QA engineer enhancement in automation using AI. I think for this one, the AI is evolving in very fast way. And for the QA engineer, it's not like a danger things, right? We don't need to fear of the AI. We just need to use this. Whoever going to use the AI. Okay, I got one more for beginner. What should be the first step to start with AI and testing? Okay, I'll come to your question itself. Okay, so people have fear, is I'm going to replace. My answer is a bit confused to you. You are going to replace, yes, if you don't know the AI, because AI is the future. If you are going to use AI in your day-to-day work, yes, you will be a much more faster. You are going to create multiple things at the same time. And the next we have what should be the mindset of the person. I think it is for the hiring related. I'll give the answer for this one. Which will be the more demand playwright? I think if you ask the same question maybe 2 or maybe 4 years back, my answer was Selenium. But right now, people are shifting from Selenium to Playwright. So I think Playwright will be a better choice here. How to move existing automation framework to AI test automation tool and effectively maintain them. Okay. Okay, so you just need your Cloud A in that one and give a prompt, good prompts. A good prompt can convert your framework in an agentic framework itself. I'm having
One
four.
more thing to add here. So if you really want to move your automation framework to agentic AI, it's much better to start a extra framework which is working on AI and utilizing and converting new test case to automation via that only. Older you can do in one process, because when you want to convert everything, there will be a number of things your company may or may not give you the time to do that.
Okay, so there is a one more question. I am having 4+ years of experience in manual testing. I know automation testing concept, but I don't know how to switch manual to automation testing role. I think this is the best time to switch because right now, if you have a basic concepts clear of the automation testing and you know how to write a good prompts, you're going to get this crack. This is the best time to approach for the automation one. How are AI agent actually used in production testing pipeline nowadays beyond demos? So I can give you the like a real-time example. If you run the regression, there are multiples of failure, and you just need to go and check one by one up to them, or either you can use any tools, right? So what we can do, we can integrate our agent itself. It analyze all the flame of all the failure and give us the detailed report in a NLP, natural language. So this is the failure, and it will also give us like how we can fix that one. So this is how we can integrate the AI in that one itself. Can we try it hands on? Do you have trial available for what? Alia, you just need to check this question.
Sure, sure. I'll do that.
For beginner, what should be the first step to start with the AI in testing? Okay, so for the AI, I think you should learn more about prompt engineering. The prompt engineering, actually, we are not only hiring the vibe coders. The person who only do prompt coding, those are called the vibe coders. So we are not hiring them. But if you know the basic concept and you know the prompt engineering very well, yeah, this is the place for you. And there was one more question related to the hiring. What should be the mindset of the who is willing to join SDET? Okay, so for the mindset purpose, what we see in a candidate, obviously we see the technical skills. The technical, or I can say that the skills should be sounds good for that one. Using AI and agents in their work on the daily basis, right? And the most, or I can say the major thing, we check the ownership, how a particular person taking the ownership. We cannot judge in an interview, but the answer you have provided on the basis of your current company and what kind of work you are doing in your day-to-day work is going to give us the idea how you are owning the particular product, how you are owning the automation, how you are owning the thing. So that's going to be a major reason for us. Yes. Any other question?
Hi, Saurabh, Rahul here. So the question regarding the previous question, I wanted to clarify, do you provide any trial for your agents which you provide? Can we try that hands-on as a trial?
No, no. This is you just need to purchase a Cloud plan. Okay. That we are not providing. You just need to get the paid plan of the Cloud, or you can use the maybe the free plan or also there. I just show you how you can use that one. So it is totally free to you. Just get the Cloudy plan and you can integrate in your current framework. You are good to go with
Okay.
that.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions on the floor? Because we already have hit the timeline and it's time to wrap up. So any other questions? We have 1 more minute.
I think no question, but Saurabh, it is appreciation like how you have grown much and what you created new in the system. So that is good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I think so. That's a wrap. Thank you so much, Saurabh, for your time and for all the insights that you have shared. Thank you for the informative.
Can we share the PPT and other detail over the mail or over the group?
So we can do it. We can share it on the talent community or over the mail.
Okay, and recording is shared. That is also good.
Got it. Yeah, we will do that. We will look into this. Guys, any feedback? It would be, we would love to hear your feedback. Any other suggestions?
If you can send the invite a bit early, so that we can add it in calendar.
Okay.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Noted. Cool. So I think so. That's it. Yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
You can, people ask for the prompt itself and PPT itself, but we can also provide you the prompt that you can use and utilize to automate your current framework in an agentic way.
Oh, that will be helpful, I think, for everybody.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. And yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you much. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Beautiful session.
Thank you.
Thank you.